In this video segment, we're going to talk about nonprofit financial management. This is probably the scariest part for most people. Why? Did you know that financial literacy in Canada, that only 30% of adults feel really competent in financial management? That means there might be 70% of us on a board of a nonprofit that are intimidated or not really comfortable with financial management. So kind of watch, you can pick up on body language, and if people are uncomfortable looking at financial statements and approving budgets, you can help each other. It's about being together and bringing your strengths and sharing what knowledge you have so that you're a really strong nonprofit. So let's go through the key documents and processes that happen every year for a nonprofit. Number one is you're responsible to create an annual budget. In other words, what are all the costs going to be? What are your expenses and where's the money going to come from? So you don't want to be flying by the seat of your pants when it comes to money. You want to be planning well ahead. So create a budget, go through it, make sure everybody understands it, educate each other through the process. Then, of course, you're responsible to manage that budget. So at each board meeting, you should have a financial report that correlates back to the budget that you created and shows the variances. Are you ahead of things on the income side, or are you behind? Are the expenses on track with what you budgeted? And again, look at this as a learning opportunity, because we learn so much about how our organizations function by looking at how the money is going in and out. Then you will have financial statements, and those may come to the board every board meeting, or they may come to the annual meeting and be put together by an accountant or a bookkeeper. If you're not sure how to read them, those support people will help you. There's always people who love numbers. I've always said that they're sick-minded people who really dig numbers. So hopefully you've got some of them on your board. And some funders of programs require their program or your whole organization to have an audit. So an audit is simply another set of eyes. It can, depending on your bylaws, it will state whether your audits need to be done by an accountant, a chartered accountant, or whether they can be done by two parties, two non-board members. So make sure you understand and look at your bylaws to see what your context of auditing is. Let's say you've got a program that's funded by the Canadian government. They're going to want their money, their program that they're funding, audited individually. So once you know what the rules are, and all of those will be laid out in the contract with your funders, then you know what you have to do about audits. So don't let this financial stuff intimidate you. There's resources. There's probably people at your board table who really love this stuff. Tap into them and share collective knowledge. Thank you.